Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Bookmas Day 18. It's getting so close to Christmas, I'm so excited. Today I got up really early and I went out and I got the rest of my groceries, the rest of our baking stuff, and did all my errands, whatever. I was home by 11 and I have spent the day making treats and planning this video and making dinner and thinking about how I don't really have anything that I have to do for the next few weeks. And that's so great. Tonight I wanted to share with you guys a tag that I was just recently tagged in by Debs from Raina Read Stuff. This is the Christmas colors tag. This one was originally created by Miriam and Joe at the channel called BookBuds. And there are eight questions all having to do with books and Christmas colors. I thought that I would do a little twist with it and make this a 10 before the end video, 10 books that I want to read before the end of the year. I have 13 days. I have 12 days and one night. But you will see these are all pretty thin, pretty easy to read books. I will probably do several of them in a day. It's going to be no big deal. But I've picked out ones that fit this tag. So I think this will be kind of a fun mashup of those two video prompts. But before we do that, I wanted to show you guys, my husband got me this cookie tin. You can probably see it better if I turn the light off. He got it at Target, but it is from Marks & Spencer, which is a shop in England that is probably a super basic shop for people who live in England, but I really love to shop there. It's like groceries and it's like a tiny Walmart. It's like groceries and house stuff and a little bit of clothes, and it's just like a basic shop, but I really love it. And they always have these cool cookie tins, and our Target store here in the US gets a few of them each year to sell to US customers. So this one behind me here with the soldier, that is one that my daughters got me last year. And then I have another one. Oh, it's up there. You guys can't see. It is like a bus that had like Scottish shortbread in it. And so yes, this is the one for this year. It actually lights up. Oh, I should probably take the cookies out of it first. They'll be nice and warm cookies. Haven't actually opened this yet. So let's open it up because it actually lights up. I'm saving this here on my little table to show you guys. My little table that has my grandmother's candy dish and my empty candy dish. So every year I put a certain kind of candy in this. And then this year I realized that that candy has ingredient in it that we don't eat. So yeah, it's empty and forlorn because I'm such a person of tradition. I'm like, I can't put anything else in that bowl. Maybe it's just gonna sit there empty for years until the company decides to stop using that ingredient. Or maybe I could think of something else to put in. Anyway, it's got a little tea light kind of built into the base of it. It's full of shortbread cookies. Yummy! And then put it back together again and turn on the light and turn off my light. I'm such a dork. Okay. Oh, you guys probably can't. Can you kind of see, sort of, that it's lit up? With my overhead line on, it's hard to see, but you guys get the idea. It's all lit up inside this pretty punch tin, cookie tin. I love it. Sweet little light up thing for my library. So, just want to share that with you. All right, let's talk about the book. So, prompt number 1 is find a book with a red cover. So, again, I'm doing, you know what, we gotta look and see what these cookies look like. We better look and see what these cookies look like real quick. Oh, they're cute. Oh my gosh. They're little houses. Oh, that one's broken. Hold on. The new one, not broken one. Oh. Oh my gosh, I have cookie crumbs all over me now. Isn't that so cute? Yeah, looks like they're all similar. Oh, those are so cute. Okay, that's gonna be fun. Maybe I'll stick this right there. Reindeer can hold that one. Okay, let me get all the crumbs off of me. All right, now to the tag. Okay, so remember, this is Christmas colors. And the first prompt is find a book with a red cover. So we're doing my 10 before the end, 10 books that I want to read before the end of December. Like this December, like now. All right, turned off the light because you can't see these. All right, number 1, book with a red cover. This is The Quiet Little Woman, A Christmas Story by Louisa May Alcott. My mom sent me this a few months ago, and it was for my birthday. And this actually has 3 stories in it: The Quiet Little Woman, Tilly's Christmas, and Rose's Tale. So I want to read through this. So that's number 1. Number 2 prompt is a book with a green cover. So for that one, I would like to read this copy of Tolkien's The Father Christmas Letters. These are letters that he wrote to his children at Christmas time, and with his illustrations. And this, I believe, is an original copy. This is a first edition copy that I found at a thrift shop, and figured I'd probably better snatch that up because it's in pretty good condition. It's got a nice dust jacket on it, and yeah, so it's kind of a special thing that I want to read this season. Prompt number 3, a book with a gold cover or gold highlights. Now, as you can see, lots of these have like a sparkly gold, and so I picked the one that does not have a sparkly gold, but it is gold. So this is black and gold cover. This is The Signalman by Charles Dickens. This I actually started last night, and I just kept falling asleep. So it's only going to take, it's like a half an hour, 45-minute read. It's really large print. I need to find more like these, but I fell asleep just after minutes. I was so tired. And so I'm going to start it over again here in a few minutes when I get done with this video and read through it tonight. But it's a ghost story for Christmas. And I'm reading this because this is the group read for the Ghost of Christmas Past reading event that is going on, that is being hosted by Vin and some other co-hosts. I did that last year because I just had some questions about, why were the Victorians so, seemingly so obsessed with death and ghost stories, and why, especially at Christmas time. I wanted to know, what was up with that. And so I did join that challenge and read the group read with them, which was The Old Nurse's Story by Elizabeth Gaskell last year. And I did a video kind of talking about fear and why we, tend to be interested in ghost stories. Why would that be something to look at Christmas time? And I just kind of had just kind of my thoughts on it. So I will link that for you guys because it was a really interesting study, I thought. But I decided to join in with that again this year because I knew that there was a Charles Dickens on the list that I hadn't yet read. So that's why I'm doing that one. Number 4 is a sparkly book. I actually didn't have anything that was like sparkles, like, glitter or whatever. So I picked one that has stars all over it because stars sparkle. And this is the Penguin book of Christmas stories. And I won't read the whole thing, but there are a couple in here that I definitely want to read. In particular, there's one, I think it's the very last one by Angela Carter, called The Ghost Ships. And so I think I'd like to read that one and maybe some others by authors that I'm not familiar with from this book. The next prompt, number 5, a book with snow or snowmen on the cover. So I've been raving about Kate Moss's The Winter Ghosts. There's your snow. Definitely want to reread this in the next few days. I really, really loved this last year. So that's my plan. Number 6, a book with a pine tree on the cover. I think this is actually a fir tree. I didn't find any with pine trees, but I found with fir trees, so close enough. This is Christmas with Louisa May Alcott, and these are a few other Christmas stories besides the first one that I showed you. And they are, there's 2, A Christmas Dream and How It Came to Be True, and also How It All Happened. So looking forward to that one. And then I also grabbed this one, which I think those also are fir trees, but there's probably some pine mixed in there. This is Stories Behind the Best Loved Songs of Christmas, and I'm not going to read all of these, but I thought I'd read a few and then make a video kind of talking about the origin of some of our favorite Christmas songs. All right, next one is a book with a star on the cover. This one, there's a star, and this is A Star Over Bethlehem and Other Stories by Agatha Christie Mallowan. So this is a collection that she wrote. This is her married, like her second married name, right? Christie's her first married name, and then Mallowan was her second husband that she was married to the majority of her life. A nice guy that took her on adventures and on digs and stuff, archaeological adventures. And this one just has a bunch of different stories and poems about Christmas. I read this last year and loved it, but I'm going to read it again. Number 8, bonus prompt, a Christmas book. So they're all Christmas books, but you know. Christmas Carol, I read this every year. I usually start it on December 23rd. I don't know why. That's just the, you know, date that I do it. So that'll be Monday. So I'll probably start this Monday. And there's actually 3 stories in here. It's Christmas Carol, Chimes, and Cricket on the Hearth. But every year I just read the Christmas Carol. I have read the other 2, but last year I really did kind of like a deep dive essay type thing on Christmas Carol, and then I don't think I ever actually filmed it. So I've got all the notes for it, and I may do that this year after I read this. We'll see. All right, so that is 9 books. So I got one more just to even it out. So I got my 10 before the end, and that is Susanna Clarke's The Wood at Midwinter. I bought this last year and read it. It's very, very short, and it's an interesting story, but I wanted to read it again this year and kind of see if I can sort of figure out where the story came from. Like, it just come from her imagination? Did this come from like an older story? Is it an adapted sort of rewrite sort of thing? Because it's a very interesting story, but that was my plan in reading that this season. But then I heard from somebody, one of you guys was talking about how it's actually kind of a spin-off story from her something Mr. Norrell book that I haven't read. So then I'm like, well, maybe that's why it seems like it came from something, because it's just a spin-off of that. I don't really know, but thought I would read it again. It's just very, very short. It's literally like, if you were to type it out, it's just a few paragraphs, but it has really beautiful illustrations, and it's an interesting kind of fairy tale like story. So I'm going to read that. So there's my 10. And then I'm also kind of dipping in and out still of the Pickwick Papers. I had actually signed up to read all of the Pickwick Papers by, I think it's like by 12th night. But I'm behind according to like the group schedule. And so I decided that I'm just going to kind of read it, you know, on my own, just kind of slowly. Just because, you know, on a different month, I probably would like, you know, carve out some time to catch up and stay caught up. But this month I'm really trying to just chill and not be stressful, not put anything extra on myself if it doesn't feel like it's going to be, you know, beneficial or good or relaxing or whatever. And I'm really proud actually of how I've handled these last few weeks of, you know, what could have been really busy and stressful. Instead, it was just really busy and fairly peaceful as it could be, just because my perspective and my mind was on, I really want a peaceful season. I really want things to be calm and happy. I don't want to be a crazy person running around. And so I think just kind of like planning for that peace really helped me a lot these last few weeks, as it was just kind of a busier time, and you know, the world around you is very busy and bustling. So anyway, when I went to get groceries today, like, I just very slowly walked through the store. I was so slow. I was probably really obnoxious, but I was just like taking my time because everything around me was so crazy and bustling. And I just didn't want to get stressed out. You know, I didn't want to feel rushed, and I didn't want to sort of take the day for granted and waste the day. So really I took my time and went really slow. So anyway, sorry for all the people that were waiting on me to get out of the way. But anyway, just my little ramble. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope you've been enjoying these Bookmas videos. I've had a lot of fun making them. It's going to be weird actually when I go into January and, you know, each day I'm like, oh, I have to make my video. No, I don't. So who knows? Maybe I'll have the 365 days of Bookmas. Or maybe not. I hope you're all doing well. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.